All right, my thoughts on the DBD 10th anniversary live stream. I'd say for the most part, it was pretty cool. I think some of the reveals were pretty nice, and some of them weren't expected. We got a couple chapter reveals. So we got our first look at a new Indian or indigenous survivor. We did get a look at the Chorus of Sin chapter. That will be coming out, I believe, in August. We also got to look at this limited time event, which is called the Black Banquet. And I know they're going to have like an in game kind of mode, I believe, uh, which I have to kind of go back to like listen exactly what it was supposed to be. But we do know we're going to get some new cosmetics for the killers and for the survivors, and it's going to be themed around this. So it looks like it's like your dark take on the eyes wide shut kind of thing. Looks pretty neat. Also, we're gonna get a Casting of Frank Stone chapter, which I knew I saw coming eventually. I just thought it would be a little bit more sooner than next year. But better late than never, I guess. We are also getting a map, and it's gonna be in the mall, which I think initially I was kind of skeptical because I don't not a huge fan of like the indoor stuff that much, at least from what we got with DBD. I think I mainly take that from Raccoon City. I wasn't a huge fan of that map, mainly because like navigating through there wasn't the best, and I feel like for me like looping killer wasn't the easiest there, but that could be me. I could just be bad at that map. We got a collab with Ice Nine Kill, which I thought was cool, and they had like a music video playing, and that was really sick. The song that they made was really good for this whole 10th anniversary, and it fits perfectly. So we're gonna have a collab with them as far as cosmetics. I think in the way of shirts and sweaters and stuff, which when they showed looked pretty cool. I like that. They are also gonna have a new Huntress legendary skin, which looks pretty sick, and that's going to be Eddie from the Iron Maiden, kind of like the Iron Maiden mascot. We are getting some more Walking Dead and Silent Hill outfits. Also, one that really caught me off guard. I maybe kind of suspected that we were going to get a Walking Dead and a Silent Hill, extension, but Diablo and Scooby Doo were not in the cards. I didn't think that was going to happen at all, but we're going to get a skin for Dwight, which is a Scooby skin. It looked cool, but didn't we didn't get an in-game one, but we got like key art for that one. And then for the Diablo 4 one, we did get a look at what Lilith it will be looking like, and that one looked really sick. Again, all of it was like 2D rendering. We didn't get 3D models of it, but it looked really sick. Oh, it'll be pretty sick to see what they look like in game. We did get another mention of DBD2, which is not going to be happening. It seems like they're just all in on the first DBD. They're going to do a complete overhaul on the game engine, which is really needed. I know they've been steadily doing that over the years, but this one looked like they really are going in on it, and the character models that they showed look really good. We did get looks at like in-game footage for it too, which is awesome because they already have like in-game, or they already had like screenshots of it, which look cool. Once you actually get a look at it in game, it's a whole different beast. So it looked really good. They showed what a handful of characters are gonna look like in game, and they also showed some of the hooking animations because those things are really dated. And they showed Meg getting hooked, and I gotta say that's a like again, there's no reason for a DBD2. If you can do all this from a visual overhaul in your first game, I mean, I don't see why you would need to do a number two. But that looked really good, so I'm really pumped to see that. We do get a look at the dynamic weather effects that they're going to have in the game. But along with that, they did mention like something about like the audio and how they're going to rework the audio, whether it's like you hearing people behind walls or how some objects distort the sound. So they're going to incorporate that along with like weather mechanics. And they did show the weather mechanics, and they look really good. However, in the showing, it did look like it ran kind of slow, but I'm assuming once it actually comes out and it's fully fledged or fully fleshed out, it's going to run a lot better on your hardware. Also, we're going to be getting mod support for this game eventually, which I don't know if it was necessarily needed. I didn't know. I'm not like super in tune with the community as far as like what they want and what they've been asking for years on years. But if this is one of those things, then that's cool. I mean, you can make machinimas with it. You can do anything. Now, I don't know if it extends beyond just like visual things you can do, again, like machinimas or something like that, or if it's like you can make. I don't think it's gonna be like sandboxy. So I don't know if it's like a fit like a Gary's mod kind of thing for DBD. I could be wrong. You can incorporate maybe game modes. I don't know. But speaking of game modes, we did get a look at two different ones. One's gonna be like a 1v1 where you swap off between killer and survivor, and whoever I guess has the fastest time on both of them ends up winning. Seems kind of cool. I mean, I would play it. I'd check it out. Certainly. I mean, why not check it out? I don't know if I would want that kind of game mode, but yeah. And they had a zombie mode. Or that's a very rough draft of the zombie mode. I mean, like super rough draft from what they showed us. And it's that one seems like a pretty cool idea. I think both of them are a way to try to have new experiences in the game, but I think they still need something as far as like a ranked, because it's just the skill based matchmaking that they have or they supposedly have in the game is not good. And I don't think anyone's a huge fan of skill based matchmaking in pretty much any game, let alone this one. I think they really need to go back to having a ranked mode in the game, or at least really putting forth an effort in pairing people up in your rank, because they still have a secret rank that they just had this whole issue of like the community was getting toxic over, what rank people were. But I mean, fuck, dude, like we're not little kids, man. Just we want rank, dude. Like people are gonna cry, bitch, and complain, but who cares, man? Like give us a ranked mode. We've already had it in the game. Why? Or not necessarily a ranked mode, but we had rankings. Why take that out of the game? What's the purpose of it? Just give us like a full fledged rank mode, so you know we don't have to worry about being paired with I guess people that suck, dude. Fuck. The last thing that they did show, which I didn't expect at all either, just like kind of like with the Diablo and the Scooby Doo. This one I would say I shouldn't say I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it this soon. I thought it would maybe be a lot later, because I know like the big thing right now is Jason Voorhees. Hey, I'll take it. Is the Terrifier collab, and they're gonna have Art the Clown. That is going to be a really cool one, and I'm pumped for it. I'm excited for it. I think it'd be also cool if you have a Survivor with it, which I thought would have been the perfect time to do so, but I think it's just going to be a killer, and that is fine with me. I think for the most part, it was pretty good. I think some of the reveals hit, some of them weren't that cool, but I think most of them were pretty dead on. I'd say the game modes need to be worked on a little bit more. Some modding I wasn't too thrilled about, but dude, that graphic overhaul, man, that one was so freaking nice, and I think it was really needed. But that was not going to be coming out for a while. I think they said they are tentative on the second half of next year. So, we got a lot of stuff rolling out to kind of keep us fed until then. So I think all is well so far. But those are my thoughts. Peace.